Hello and welcome to Grillin' and Chillin' with Coleman. Now, I just spent a week at Memphis in May, the world's largest barbecue competition, and while I was there competing, I was able to meet some of my grillin' and chillin' heroes. And at the top of that list was a creator of a YouTube channel called How to Barbecue Right. Stay tuned for the one-on-one interview with the man, the myth, the legend himself, MALCOM REED. All right, so Saturday morning I was walking into the event and I ran into none other than MALCOM REED and his wife Rochelle. MALCOM has 1.25 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, and he's one of the reasons that I started my channel. Now, I was pulling my little red wagon and had all my camera equipment in it, and we had a really great visit as we were walking into the event. As we were about to part ways, I had to ask him, "Hey MALCOM, can I stop by your booth a little later with my camera and interview you for my viewers?" And to my surprise, he actually agreed, and here's that interview. I want to give you one of these.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll put it on the trailer door.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Malcolm.
Hello and welcome to Grillin' and Chillin' with Coleman. Now, as I promised, when we came out to Memphis in May here in Memphis, Tennessee, I had a bucket list of 3 guys that I wanted to meet, and at the top of my list was definitely MALCOM REED. And as you can see, I'm standing next to the gentleman myself. This is the man, the myth, the legend. This guy has inspired me from day one. Several years ago, I started watching his channel. I started watching him back when he was in the yellow kitchen and he was sitting at his kitchen table, mixing up his stuff and making his videos. And I had a goal. I wanted to meet the man one day because he inspired me to start my channel a year ago. So MALCOM, thank you very much for meeting with me today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Coleman, man. You picked a great place to come down here to the banks of the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee, at the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest. Are you having fun?
You know, I'm having a blast. This is actually my first competition.
Yeah.
Never been to a barbecue competition before.
Man.
So I'm drinking from the fire hose this weekend.
That's it. Hey, this is a heck of a one to jump in feet first in.
Definitely. And you know,
we're having a good time though, right?
Definitely. And you got a heck of a view here, man. You got the best spot in the place.
We love being right here on the riverside. We've been all over. I've been doing this since '06. So we started off in the patio, the backyard, the amateur division. And then we kind of growed up at Memphis in May. You know, we turned pro after that '06 year because we won. And then we got in the rib category. We bounced to hog. We stayed in shoulders for a lot of years. We decided we wanted to change the scenery, so we put in to do ribs this year. And they moved us down here right in front of the new bridge. And, man, it's just a beautiful view. The breeze coming off the river. It's gorgeous in Memphis this time of year.
Perfect. So what was your first year competing here at Memphis in May?
2006.
2006. Yep. So what's been your favorite memory that you've had?
Oh, man. I've had so many, but probably that '06 year, that was the first time. We were kind of like you. We never cooked at Memphis in May. We'd been a few times, you know, as kids coming up and hanging out with some buddies that had teams, but to actually be in the contest and to cook the ribs and all that, and that's the most memorable. And we got on stage that year.
Oh,
so
perfect.
And then the next year, '07, Food Network came and kind of followed us around to see how these rookies would fare against all these big guys. So that was a fun year too.
Right. Well, I've been watching your channel for years now.
Yeah.
I just knew if someone like you can make it, I can make it as well. You know, and it's one thing I've learned about the YouTube community when it comes to barbecue guys. Man, they are just amazing people.
Hey, man, it's all brotherhood to us, man. It's
Certainly.
family and friends and spreading the love, spreading my passion for barbecue. That's what we do.
Certainly.
Man.
You know, when I reached out to several of the guys that were out here and send them an email and said, "Hey, love to sit down and visit with you for 5 or 10 minutes while you're out here." And I have to say, your team was the only one that responded to me.
Well,
so thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
I know what it's like getting started out
Certainly.
there. And that's been, you know, I've tried to always help somebody. If anybody's got questions or they want to learn how to cook something better, or if it's about how we started the YouTube channel and all that, I always try to be of some help. I don't know if it's sage advice, but I can kind of tell you what we've learned over the years.
So let's talk about your early days on YouTube. When did you start your channel?
So we started 11 years ago.
Okay.
This June will be 11 years for us, and that was the early days of YouTube. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of guys doing barbecue on it, and we just wanted a way to be able to share the recipes. I was doing a newsletter, doing recipes, and we're taking pictures and stuff, but we wanted to be able to share some of the video content of what we were doing. And it was, you know, a lot of it was rough because I didn't have any experience with it. My wife does all the videography. I didn't have any experience in front of a camera. She didn't have any experience running a camera.
Right.
We definitely didn't know how to edit anything. So it was just learn as you go.
Certainly.
And we figured out real quick that people love to see the content that way. And it don't have to be professionally done. They just want to, see somebody else doing it, give them some ideas, and the recipes turn out good, and be consistent with it. That's been the biggest thing. So, we've, once we started, we never stopped. And that's where I see a lot of people, they'll do some videos and then they'll get discouraged because they don't see the numbers or whatever. But it's not a numbers game to me. I've always said if one person will watch it, it's worth my time doing it. And so you just have to stay with it, man. That's what it's all about. Eventually it'll come. People will find you, and the great thing about YouTube is it's a real niche. I mean, there's something for everybody on YouTube.
Definitely. So who is your average viewer? Who's the guy that watches your channel?
I would say my average person is just the guy that's got a grill in his backyard and he wants to learn how to cook something a little better on it. He's wanting some different ideas or wanting some good advice on how to cook something. And I try to do it just like I'm sitting here talking to you. It's the only way I know how to make it come across. So I've always treated it like I'm talking to my buddies there with me.
Definitely.
And so I think that voice resonates with a lot of people. It's not because I meant to do that. It's just how I am. Well, it's the only way I know.
I remember the other days you kicking on the Weber kettle.
Yeah.
And walking out the back door and grilling on it.
That's
and
it.
That felt like home to me.
Yeah.
And it felt like, I could do that. My first grill that I bought years ago was a Weber kettle, and I own 2 of them now.
Yeah.
And I still do a lot of my videos.
I fire up my Weber kettle all the time. In fact, Memorial Day, I've got a Weber kettle rib recipe coming out.
Okay.
Yep. I filmed it this Monday, before Memphis in May.
Okay.
Rochelle's got to edit it now so we can get it out in time, but we knew if we didn't do something, I wouldn't have time to film this week because of Memphis in May, so we try to stay a little bit ahead. But I love cooking on a kettle, man. It's one of the best grills made.
So when you're sitting at home with a bunch of friends, what are you cooking?
Man, it's probably ribs.
Okay.
We're in Memphis. Ribs is king here.
Right.
It's not every day we get to throw a whole hog on or cook a whole 20-pound shoulder, but ribs, we can usually go to the store and grab a few slabs of ribs.
Certainly.
So that's what usually people want me to cook.
So is it baby backs or St. Louis? Or?
Well, I like it's like a strip versus a ribeye. Some days I'm a strip guy. I'll cook the baby back. Some days I'm a ribeye. I want the meaty, the fatty one. So that's when I'll go cook the spares. But I'm not picky when it comes to food. So.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, just call me in time for dinner.
So my average viewer is just like yours. It's the guy that maybe is going to barbecue once a week.
Yeah.
Just bought a grill and is just learning how to do it. And actually my most popular video that I have, and I've only got 1,000 subscribers. I've been doing it I just hit a year.
That's great though,
and
man.
I hit 1,100 subscribers. And my rib video has 16,000 views on it, which for me is a bunch.
Yeah.
I know for you it's not, but for me it's a bunch.
Man. I remember starting out those days. I mean, every view counts.
Oh, it certainly does.
So that's what I say. Even if it's a bad view, if somebody thumbs you down, hey, you still watched it.
That's right. So if you were going to give 2 words of advice to a brand new guy who's buying his first rack of ribs, is going to throw them on the grill, just 2. If you're going to give 2 words of advice to a guy like that, what would you tell him?
Man, I would say just to get started, don't let anything discourage you, and just keep and be consistent cooking them. Whether you're making a video doing or whether you're sticking to a recipe, just stay consistent.
Okay.
And just keep trying. I mean, there's no right or wrong way. I call mine How to Barbecue Right.
That's right.
The only wrong way is to not do it.
Right.
Just jump in and find your footing and just find your voice on there and talk. And people will come to you, man. Certainly. They really will.
Yeah,
so it's a cool world.
And if you didn't catch the name of his channel, it's How to Barbecue Right. I'm sure everybody that watches my channel knows who MALCOM REED is, and it's How to Barbecue Right. And I've actually used several of his rubs, his Killer Hogs rubs. I've used his stuff in a lot of my videos. My steak video that I have out there, I actually use his rub in there. So check out his channel. He's got some amazing videos, everything. Matter of fact, I think I stole one of your ideas on one of your views, which I think everybody probably does.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
You've got
nothing wrong with that.
Great stuff out there. But
good.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know it's Saturday.
Yeah,
and
we're getting ready for judges.
So thank you very much.
Pleasure meeting you.
I appreciate your time. And if you got some time, please check out my channel.
Yeah, I sure will. I sure will.
But it's Grilling and Chilling with Coleman, and I appreciate you all joining me. Man, my bucket list is now complete. So
let's get to cooking.
Let's get to cooking. And as I say, y'all go grill something.
Good to meet you, Coleman.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
You're
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you again for joining me in the GNC kitchen. If you like this video, here's a few more you might like. And also, click that like button below and the subscribe button right up here. And don't forget to ring the bell. It'll let you know when I have some new videos coming out. I always enjoy spending time with you in the GNC kitchen and sharing my recipes. Now, y'all go grill something.